In this video, I decided to interview my American husband to hear his experience of living in Spain for 6 months. We moved from the US to Spain last year in July, and it was one of the best decisions we ever made. By the way, it's a total improvisation, and my husband doesn't know what questions I prepared for him today, so that might be fun. Okay, I actually prepared 10 topics to discuss. So we'll be talking about culture adjustments, daily life in Spain, cost of living, food and dining, language challenges, expat life, friends, housing, transportation, holidays and traditions, and your biggest takeaways.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's get started. Okay, so let's start with culture adjustments. So the first question is to you. What surprised you the most about Spanish culture after 6 months?
Spanish culture. So they love to party here. They love siestas and fiestas, not siestas, well, also siestas, but they love celebrations.
I already expect some comments below the video. We don't have siesta, we don't take naps.
Sorry, I'm gonna get hate for that.
Fiesta.
But they love celebrations, fiestas, and they love to take as many holidays as possible. It seems like every week there's a new holiday, and like stores are closed and everything's closed. Like I was trying to go to the gym the other day, and I arrived and I realized, oh wait, it's closed because it's a holiday that I didn't even realize was a holiday. So yeah, like a million patron saints holidays and like all these obscure holidays.
The patron, Saint Patron holiday is upcoming. It's on the 22nd of
Great.
January. Just
proves my point.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that's probably the biggest one. I'd say that's probably the biggest cultural shock. In America, we love to just work all the time, 24/7, which is, kind of the appeal of coming to Spain. So I do appreciate that they have work-life balance here, 100%. But sometimes it's a little bit of just takes a bit of getting used to that there's like holidays 24/7 every time you turn around there's another one.
That's true. Okay, so the next question is, any cultural differences you're still getting used to? I mean, you mentioned that there are a lot of fiestas and celebrations, and even when you want to go to the gym is closed and it's a bit annoying, but anything else you would like to add to that?
I would probably say just getting used to the slower pace of life and the fact that they definitely work to live, not live to work, as the saying goes. And so I have a buddy here who's Spanish, and he's always like, "Man, stop working so hard, bro. Like, come on, let's whatever." And I'm like, it definitely takes some getting used to. And so if you're used to like let's say the American kind of work, pace and kind of culture there, it's definitely different when you move to Spain. So that's probably the biggest thing I'd say. And I do like it though. Like you kind of come here so you can be more relaxed and kind of be more around people that are chill and relaxed and not stressed, so.
Right. So you already started to compare a bit Spanish and American lifestyle by mentioning fast and slow-paced lifestyles. But what about social interactions? Did you notice any difference in terms of relationships, in terms of people?
The people are amazing here. Like I absolutely love Spanish people. They're so friendly. They're so warm. And the thing is, like everybody, they're always just so patient, and they're just like perfectly accepting. They're you never have like, I don't think I've had a rude encounter since we lived here with like a Spanish person. They're very, very cool. I mean, I don't know how it is in other parts of Spain because we're in Valencia, but like
they say that people in Barcelona and Madrid are more reserved than in Valencia.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but like here in Valencia, they're super, super friendly. Everybody's like, there's like no stress, so it's like people will wait in line, like they'll be super patient. You can like, I can speak my bad Spanish, like in bumbling words and making all these mistakes, sounding like Tarzan, and they'll still be like super cool, super patient, like just smiling, like super accepting. So it's definitely like the most welcoming culture I've ever been to.
If you're looking to move to Spain, I've recently started offering free consultations to help you plan your move. Click the link in the description below this video to book a call with me, and I'm looking forward to chatting with you. Okay, so now moving to daily life in Spain. How is a typical day different from your life in the US?
Oh, that's so easy. So the biggest thing by far is I love the hour difference. So this is actually
The time zone.
the time zone.
Okay.
So yeah, so I work with American clients, and so basically I'm able to be up way before they are. And so when I was in the States, this is the thing that I hated the most is waking up and immediately having like a barrage of Slack messages and different things, like not having time for yourself in the morning. Whereas here, if you work with American clients, it's so nice being able to be ahead of time because you have all this time for yourself in the morning. And yeah, I saw this meme recently where it was like, if you're working with American clients and you're living in Europe, you can basically like go for a croissant, have a nice coffee, go to the gym, go do like a hot yoga session, go for some, I don't know, goji berries and whatever, acai bowls, and come back and take a siesta, and still like have time for your morning meeting essentially. And so it's like
basically, it's what you are doing.
Yeah.
You're doing
not all those things.
but kinda.
Yeah, but it's very nice. So that's like the biggest thing if you work remotely with American clients.
Your favorite Spanish habits or routines you've adopted, like, I don't know, late dinners, evening walks.
Oh yeah, don't get me started on the schedule.
During the summer we were actually doing late evening walks. Like, what was it, like
11 p.m. And the crazy
midnight.
thing is
And in
that
the US we were going to
yeah.
sleep at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah,
like
and we were like,
very
it's late, we're getting to bed too late, go to bed.
But it was
Yeah.
just during the summer, it's so hot that the only opportunity to go for a walk, it's or early in the morning or late in the evening, like
Yeah.
at night, basically.
Yeah, the biggest thing is that like, well, in the summer people don't go to bed until whatever 2 in the morning. I mean, that's very common because it doesn't even cool down.
Play, football
Kids
at
playing
1 a.m.
outside past midnight. It's crazy. Never seen anything like it. And yeah, so that's probably the biggest thing is just everything is different here. Like like everything is later here. I would say the time is shifted forward like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Basically. Mm-hmm. So the time they have dinner, the time they wake up, everything is.
You experience the time differently here.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So that's probably the biggest thing I'd say.
Okay. Cost of living.
Oy. That's good.
It's just one question here. We'll go fast. Has the actual cost of living matched your expectations?
Yeah. I mean, this is...
Yes, that's it.
No question. Next. No, I mean, we used to live in Raleigh, North Carolina, and, basically it's 40% cheaper in Valencia than in Raleigh. And so basically your money just goes way further for, like you're way better bang for your buck. Like we eat better here. Like the actual quality of food that we can get here is just so much higher for like basically on the same kind of budget. You eat way better and you just have way healthier food, and you have all these things that you can do outside, all this great entertainment and everything, and it's like you can really live a good lifestyle without like paying crazy amounts like you would in the States. So that is just massive and one of the like top things that I love about Spain as well.
Okay, so you mentioned food, and we are then like moving into food and drinks.
Here we go. This is my favorite part.
So favorite dishes or drinks in Spain that you've discovered?
This doesn't count, but I mean, this isn't Spanish food, but we went to this really world-class, amazing Italian restaurant recently.
Yeah.
There are so many Italians here also, so that's the thing, because they come and they open authentic Italian like restaurants. And unlike in the United States, where it's like Italian food is Italian, it's like freaking Domino's. It's not actually Domino's and Olive Garden. Those are that's Italian food in the United States, but that's obviously not real Italian food. Here you have like authentic, like you might as well be in Italy, like actually having because it's
with Italian staff.
Yeah, real Italian staff. Everything's written in Italian. Like, yeah, that actually come here and make Italian restaurants. And
but what about Spanish? Authentic dishes? Okay, come on.
I mean, of course, paella. You have to say paella, but if I isn't paella, I mean, what?
Let it flow,
Everybody's going to say that. But yeah, paella is also amazing. I love paella. But yeah, the variety of food is great here. You have so many different types of cuisine also. Like Spanish food, but also just of all kinds of different countries as well. So, I mean, yeah, The cuisine is amazing.
Churros.
Churros, yes. Churros are amazing.
You like churros, no? I mean,
Yeah,
you tried it.
of course I love them.
Yeah.
They're kind of bad for you, but
Yeah, you
not
feel
bad for
guilty
you in
eating
the
them,
sense
but-
of like American food is bad for you. So yeah, you walk it off. So it's
And you recently tried horchata, which
Horchata.
is a typical Valencian drink here.
sweet, earthy
It's,
kind of
made
flavor.
of tiger nuts.
Mhm.
So, did you like it or?
I liked it. I liked it. Yeah, I mean it's good. I think you said you didn't like the flavor; it
No,
was
I
too
didn't
like
like it.
distinct. But I thought it was good. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else like wine, sangria? I don't know.
I mean,
beverage?
wine is so cheap here. It's like a euro 70 for the cheapest wine, and if you want to really get like fancy, it's like maybe 5 euros.
Yeah,
It's,
let's go all in.
yeah.
Let's spend.
It's insane.
Money.
Yeah. So if you want to be an alcoholic in Spain, this is a great an alcoholic on a budget. This is a great place. But no, it's there's so many options, and I mean, yeah, it's really good quality wine and champagne and everything. So it is nice.
Cava.
Cava. Yeah.
Okay, did you notice any differences in grocery shopping, just like general eating out, seeing how people eat out, food culture, comparing also to the US?
Are we talking grocery shopping or
Everything.
everything?
You can
Okay.
start with
I
grocery.
mean, grocery shopping is amazing because the produce here blows your mind. It blows your mind. Like as an American, you're used to getting this. Like you don't even know what fresh produce is like. I'm telling you, if you're from the States and you haven't tried Spain's produce, like you don't know what you're missing out on. I cannot rave enough about the produce here. It is one of the best things, and it's no wonder why they live so long here. Right, the life expectancy is so long in Spain because, yeah, when you grow up eating all this healthy stuff and then like olive oil and everything, just so fresh. Yeah, you can see why they're so healthy and why they live so long. So that's the
What
biggest thing.
about, dining out.
Dining out. So it's cheap. That's the thing. Like in America, you have to pay. Like not only are the prices way more, but then you also have tips at the end that you have to pay. And
How much I hated that.
you weren't used to that, yeah, when you're in the States. Yeah, it's like
Oh, come on, you tipped even a person who just gave you an ice cream, like a cone of ice cream.
yeah,
What?
you order a coffee and they're
It's like you ordered just
and the
coffee.
machine says choose your tip 20%, like defaults like like 20%. It's like we can just bill your card for this 20%, even though the person did like just handed you your coffee. Yeah, there's like not that tipping culture, so it's way cheaper to actually go out. Like the base prices are lower, and then you don't actually have to tip 20% when you go out to eat. Like you can leave like a small token, coin or something, but it's not mandatory that you tip 20%. And so that also saves you, and also you don't need to like drive around the freaking city looking for a place to eat. You can literally go for a walk and be like, hey, look at this cool restaurant.
Yeah.
Like that's what we did the other day. This amazing Italian restaurant, like world class. And we're like, hey, let's check this out. And it was incredible. So yeah, that's probably the biggest thing. Like you just have a lot more options, and it's cheaper, and you can afford to actually go out more, and overall you can enjoy the city.
Okay, next question.
What's the next one?
Your mood will shift.
All right.
How is your Spanish progress?
All right, end the video. Oh well, yeah, it's coming along.
Be honest.
No, I mean, yeah, it's I need to do better at this because yeah, it's the good news is that Spanish people are super cool. Like I was saying, like they're very very patient and they're very cool. So even though I sound like Tarzan when I talk, they're like super friendly and like super patient about it. So it's not like in other European countries where they just immediately switch to English. Or like, maybe are a bit annoyed if you don't speak their language perfectly. Like here, they're just like super patient and chill. So I'd say if you're learning the language here and you're actually practicing it, like it's probably the single best place to learn a new language because yeah, they're just very patient and very cool. And most people don't speak perfect English here, like other European countries as well. So like I've heard if you go to, I don't know, Sweden or something, you try to speak Swedish, they'll immediately just switch into English if they don't detect that you have perfect Swedish. But here in Spain, it's not like that because usually they don't have great English. I mean, some people do, but I wouldn't say it's the majority that speak like perfect English, and so usually you can have entire conversations in Spanish, and you can actually get the chance to practice, and they won't just immediately switch to English, and they'll be super patient and accepting of mistakes as well. So that's another thing I love about Spanish people, and yeah.
Is it easy to build a social circle comparing to the US?
I would say it is very easy to build a social circle here compared to the United States, because in the States, everybody's kind of isolated, and you just kind of live in your whatever suburban bubble that you don't have any kind of interaction with anybody. Here in Spain, like you just go out, and people are, for one, they're very easy to talk to. They're very easy to chat with, and they're very open. So it feels like you can make friends very easily here. And I have two other friends that are also moving here, so like that's actually going to change very soon.
Right.
So,
yes.
yeah.
Some friends are coming here as well.
So.
How apartments here compare to what you're used to in the US?
The apartments here, I've actually been very impressed so far from what I've seen. In terms of like bang for your buck as well, it's way better bang for your buck. So, you know, if you're paying like, you'll pay less than you pay in America, and you'll get something that is probably bigger with more bedrooms.
Bigger, yes.
And so like we pay like significantly less for 2 bedrooms here than we did for a 1 bedroom in the United States. And that's quite typical, I think. So you usually don't have as many amenities. Like most apartments don't come with a gym and a swimming pool. That's like standard in most American apartments. Some of the more modern ones do, but it's not as common. It's not like just automatic standard thing that's included. But yeah, so the bang for your buck is the biggest thing. There can be more, you know, in America, a lot of apartments, they can be like newer kind of builds or whatever. Here, a lot of it is like older Spanish style buildings. And so, you know, that has pros and cons of that, you know, but overall, I think you just get much more for your money, and it's, you know, it's much better than in the States. For the same amount of money that you'd pay, you get something that's way nicer, and you probably will pay less and get something nicer as well.
Do you miss any amenities that we had in the US?
Yeah, I mean, swimming pool and gym that was like included, private gym. Here we actually pay for a gym membership, and
there's so many people there. It's like, it feels like all neighborhood just goes to this one gym.
Yeah, but that's the main thing. But overall, still you get much more for your money. Dryer. That is the other thing.
Disposal.
Yes, and garbage disposal.
Oh, I miss that so much. But why don't they have it here in Europe? That's just such a big innovation. Like your life is easier with that.
Yeah, that's true.
And they have this,
no
like,
garbage
tiny
disposals
things
here. And then we still hang our clothes on an actual dryer, an actual rack, the old way. For Americans, are like, what is that? A drying rack for your clothes? What is this thing?
But it doesn't damage your
exactly.
clothes,
So yeah, pros and cons.
So transportation. How do you get around the city?
You walk. You're
Okay, but,
natural
any
legs.
other?
Well, I mean, we prefer to walk wherever we can, but
You don't live too far from the city center. So
Yeah.
you can walk there.
the metro is very good here. I don't love taking metros in general, just because there's like a lot of people, and it's kind of, I don't know. I prefer.
Nice.
It is nice here. I prefer taking like taxi if if it's needed. And the thing is, so taxis are much cheaper here than in the United States as well. So like freaking Ubers are so expensive in the States, whereas here it's actually you can get a what's it, Cabify that's like even cheaper than some of the other ones. And like €6 maybe is like the cheapest that you can get, like maybe €8 or so. And obviously the price can increase if it's like a super in demand. But yeah, I mean, you were paying, how much were you paying in the States for? I know you used.
$20? $20, that's probably
like
average.
probably minimum, right? And you can go more like 30. Yeah, it's.
I mean, average.
Yeah, average. So, yeah, so it's cheaper to actually use a taxi here. But I just recommend walking as much as you can, because like it's so walkable, and that's the thing that we love, and that's why it's also why people are healthier here, because they actually walk. Unlike in America, where it's impossible to actually walk anywhere. Yeah, that's what I love about here as well.
Okay. Any unique Spanish celebrations or traditions you've experienced? I know it's your favorite topic, talking about celebrations.
Yeah.
You're probably so tired.
Well,
just even hearing them from the.
Well, yeah, the funny thing is, so we went to Peníscola, which is this kind of beachside, kind of resort, kind of town, coastal town near Valencia. And we went, and there just so happened to be a celebration on that day. So this is what I mean, where it's like, you'll find out that there's a random celebration happening and you didn't even know, and there's like celebrations going on and everything's closed and all that, and it's just like, yeah, it's something you just got to prepare for. So, you know, when we went, there was like all these massive celebrations going on and like these costumes and people dancing and like all kinds of amazing. It was actually very cool. Yeah, it was very cool. So I mean, you see that a lot. They love parades. They love to celebrate. They love fireworks. So any opportunity they have to like get dressed up, dance, play music, you know, have fireworks, they take every opportunity to do that. And so it is very nice. Like you feel the joy that they have for life and just celebrations, and also the community that they have.
How do these celebrations differ from American celebrations?
We don't have celebrations in America. What are you talking about? Celebrations? We work. That's no. I mean, yeah. Nothing compares to that. Yeah, that's the only one. It's like you see some fireworks, but they've perfected the art of fireworks here. Like, it is a science. It is an obsession. They absolutely love fireworks here. I mean, the coolest fireworks I've seen have been for the New Year's fireworks here in Valencia. So, yeah, we don't have a ton of celebrations that can compare in America, unfortunately. So,
okay, let's sum up. Is there anything you miss about the States?
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's pros and cons. I wouldn't say that I miss the United States, like living in the United States. I don't. I have zero regrets about moving to Spain. Zero. Like, it's the best decision we ever made, seriously. But if I had to say things that I miss about America, it's hard to say. But there's not really much that I honestly, there's not much that I miss that I can think about. Just mostly my family, and you know, I want them to come visit and all that. But I can't really say that I miss too much about American culture. That's actually the crazy thing. Like, there's literally nothing that comes to mind. I'm kind of grasping at straws to think of something, but there really is nothing that I can really think of. It's, you know, yeah, I guess just being able to easily speak, like, I don't know, English, and have like American customer service that you can like easily get a hold of or whatever, is like, I suppose that's a benefit of the States that, you know, that I like. But I wouldn't even say that customer service is bad in Spain. Like, you might think that, like, that's what I assumed, that it would just be bad because they're like, whatever, don't care, like maybe like, you know, super late and take their time. But actually, we've had pretty good service with like everything.
But it depends.
But it
depends because what I've encountered, that it's very hard. Like, if you are sending an email, or if you need like customer support on their website. Websites here just like they don't work. Apps
kind of outdated.
Don't work.
Yeah,
they're outdated. So the technology here is just like kind of feels like it hasn't arrived yet. In some sense.
In some ways.
In some ways, yeah. And yeah, I mean, look, they don't respond on the emails. Like, I've sent so many emails to different companies because I had like some questions or like some issues. No, like, or you call or you just come and like talk to person. This is probably like the best way. But
if you can get a person on the phone, they're super cool and helpful.
I mean,
that's probably the difference. Yeah. Maybe if it's like
pros and cons.
Yeah, so yeah, pros and cons. But overall, yeah, I can't think of major things that I miss about the States, admittedly. But I will say that obviously working with like American businesses, obviously that's where the job market is much better, right? So the ideal thing is to work remotely in the United States and then actually, you know, just have a job there, but then live in Spain. So that's probably the biggest thing. But as far as quality of life, it's much better in Spain.
Would you recommend moving to Spain to others?
100%. It is the best decision you will ever make. I am so glad that we moved to Spain, and like every day we're just like reminding ourselves like just how grateful we are to live here. It is amazing. And so yeah, 100%. If you resonate with this, like, you will love Spain and you will not regret it, and it'll be the best decision that you've ever made as well.
Okay, so that's it for this video. Thank you so much for answering all these questions. I know that was a lot.
That was fun.
Thank you for your patience. And yeah, so if you're interested in culture comparison between the US and Spain, I actually made another video about that. So click here to watch it next. And see you next week. Hasta pronto!